Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Cindy here from CLB Craft Creations, and this is the card project we're making today. This is from the Crazy About You stamp set. I think this has probably become one of my go-to sets lately. I love this set. I mean, there's so many choices in terms of sentiments, and then you have these beautiful flowers that go with it. So we're going to change up the colors a little bit, and we're going to use Blackberry Bliss. This is using Melon Mambo and Pink Pirouette. With a Melon Mambo layer, but like I said, we're going to change it up and we're going to use Blackberry Bliss and Rich Razzleberry. To get started, we're going to start with a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is cut at, let me get my notes here real quick. This is cut at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, so 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And we're going to take actually, we're going to start with the sentiment first, just so that we know how to line up our flowers above. I'm using Thanks So Much from that set, and I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Okay, just going to put that down here towards the bottom. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to take our flower, and we're going to start with the Rich Razzleberry, because these are the lighter of the two. You could do the stamp off technique if you wanted. I think, however, that with these it looks nicer if you find just a shade lighter in your ink. It just gives a nicer image. Now we're going to try and give the same amount of border at the top as we are to the side. Okay, and press that down. Give it a second to release onto the paper. Okay, and that will lighten up a bit. That actually looks very much like the Blackberry Bliss. Okay, and then the same thing. So as long as you're keeping a nice eyeball for your sides here, your margins, you should be able to line this up pretty easily. It's a pretty big stamp, so okay. I think I actually may have gone a little bit closer on this one. Okay, that's done. I'm going to give this a quick little clean on my Stampin' Scrub. Or move on to the Blackberry Bliss. Okay, and I'm just going to bring in a piece of scrap paper for that. Oh, right here in front of me. So we're going to use the Blackberry Bliss. Make sure your stamp is dry. Okay, Blackberry Bliss, and just give that a stamp. Beautiful. Okay, and I am going to cut that out. If you have the coordinating punch, it makes it much quicker. And of course, to save time, I've actually already cut it out. So here I have that. And funny enough, these actually look so close. But again, like I said, it will dry lighter, so it won't be as dark. If you feel like that color combination is too dark, then obviously you can choose whichever colors you want. So I've got this on the back of dimensionals on the back of this. I'm going to, actually, you know what? Let me stop. I actually want to layer this onto my cardstock first. So this is a piece of Blackberry Bliss cut at 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to take our snail, layer that onto our, now this is just 1/8 of an inch around. If you want more, then you would cut your Whisper White cardstock down more. But those flowers are pretty large, so We have our standard Whisper White card base, which is cut at 8.5 by 4 1/4, scored at 5.5. And then we're going to take our snail again. Layer that on the top. Center that up. Okay. Now we're going to take our cut piece and we're going to center that in between those two flowers. Okay. And our finishing touch is some rhinestones. I used the smaller ones, not the smallest, but the smaller ones for these two side flowers. Got two now. Move that into place before you press them down. And then I'm using the medium for the center of the one in the middle. Okay, and that is our finished card project. Bring in my original, which is with the Melon Mambo. So I hope that you liked today's card project. You'll give it a try. Please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Thanks, guys. See you next time.